Marty, let's take a look now at radar because this is the line of storms that we're currently tracking. They kind of pulse up and then pulse back down. For now, things are looking pretty tame. There are a couple cores in here that are definitely producing some hail, one just west of Beaver. And this is all moving to the east and southeast at about 18 miles per hour. And this is kind of where Marty is sitting right now. So that's where it's a little bit lighter, but a lot of lightning in some of these storms from just to the east of Guyman up through Hooker, Highway 62, Highway 83, and Highway 64 over towards the Beaver area. There's your hail detector. These little cores right here, just a line of dots. The strongest one looks like it's producing about golf balls. That could be overdone, but definitely seeing some quarters and dimes being produced there. As we head through the next few hours, I think that will continue on its way south. It's moving pretty slowly, so not making a whole lot of progress. It'll continue to pulse up, pulse back down. I think it will decrease in coverage as it heads towards the Oklahoma City metro. I think it brushes the west sides of the metro by this evening, and we could see the impacts of the severe weather, but again, it's going to be on the very low end, so not what we saw yesterday in Texas by any means. Then we're tracking another system early tomorrow morning, developing in western Oklahoma, making its way to the east. This is Friday at 9 a.m., so tomorrow in about 24 hours, our next system moving through, and looks like, according to this model, it falls apart pretty quickly, but other models have it making its way through the Oklahoma City metro and on into southeastern Oklahoma. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that one. Model agreement isn't great, but definitely just expect some rain tomorrow morning, and we will be tracking that in western Oklahoma. Tomorrow morning, Jed and I will have coverage of that. 85 degrees, your current temperature on our downtown cam, part of our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. A little bit less humid this morning than we have been the past few mornings, but still clocking in a heat index. It's feeling like the upper 80s, close to 90 degrees. We have rain-cooled air in the Panhandle. Whew, that looks so good compared to the heat that we're experiencing all through the rest of the state. Middle upper 80s, some people already close to that 90-degree mark. Winds from the east and southeast at about 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting up to 25 in some spots in western Oklahoma. 88 is our high temperature for this afternoon, but of course feeling like the low to mid 90s instead, possibly even the upper 90s, and then we are definitely getting into the 90s in western Oklahoma and in southwest Oklahoma as well. Where they get a slower start to the heat in the Panhandle, I think will be a little bit cooler by this afternoon. But as far as your rain chances go, definitely seeing your highest rain chances in northwest Oklahoma from Woodward down through Clinton and up towards the Alva area. That continues on its way south, as I showed you on Future Next Gen, from Hobart down to Lawton over towards the Altus area as well. As far as severe weather goes, they're just going to be pulsing up and pulsing back down like we've seen so far this morning, up to quarter-sized hail, 65-mile-per-hour winds, and some frequent lightning. Overnight tonight, upper 60s, low 70s. Tomorrow, very similar to today as we track the next chance for rain moving in from the west, and those could also pulse up and be severe golf ball sized hail possible, and 65-mile-per-hour winds with that as well. After that moves out, some models are hinting at bringing in another system overnight Friday into Saturday. We're keeping a really close eye on that, but the weekend looks dry and hot, Lisa. Definitely getting
those
hot.
90s. That looks familiar for this time of year.
Yes, absolutely. We're used to that here.